Hey, what's up there, YouTube friends? It's Grumpy Gamer Dad here, and I'm here to. It's like I guess we could say it's a second part video to my little video I made last week at the Walt Disney Family Museum. This is a continuation of that, and this is something different. It's pin related. Disney and pins. It's a Disney pin video. What? They have pins at the Walt Disney Family Museum? Well, heck yeah, they do. Quite a few, actually. So, look at this. I love this bag. You got Walt's picture there at the Walt Disney Family Museum. It's filled with pins. Yeah, lots of pins. So let's take a look. So, being that I live in Northern California, or NorCal, and the people that live in Southern California, SoCal, they have opportunities to get to pins that we don't. Obviously, the Disney Studio Store Hollywood is right there, and it's a 6-hour drive for me. But the Disney Family Museum, it's only one place, San Francisco. So I guess a lot of people from Southern California really look for these pins. They kind of want these pins, and they are Disney pins. Obviously, they came from the Disney Family Museum, but they are actual Disney pins, so we're going to take a look at them. Now, this wasn't my first trip to the Disney Studio, Disney Studio, Walt Disney Family Museum. So yeah, I got DSSF on the brain there. Scratch that DSSH on the brain. I need to get back to Hollywood. I need to get back to Anaheim and go to Disneyland soon. But this is not our first trip to the Walt Disney Family Museum. We've been there a number of times. We were just there a few months ago in January, and so we had picked up a couple of pins then. And I just want to highlight, these are still there. How did I do that? Oh, that fits like really good in my hand like that. This is Mickey and Minnie, if it's from Plain Crazy, and if you can look at the detail, it's a waffle back. So you still get the Mickey pin backs on these pins. You don't get the Mickey print here. It's waffle back. Most of them are waffle back, but they still do have, if you can see that, FAC numbers. So that was one of the previous purchases. I just pulled that out of the book today. Same with this one. These are all open edition, the Walt Disney Family Museum with Mickey Mouse. So you do see there's characters. There's Disney characters there. And they are, again, official Disney pins. You can only get them at the Family Museum at their gift shop. So a little history of that Family Museum. I didn't cover that in the video. Real quick, is it was created in 2009 by Diane Disney Miller, his daughter. And so she lived in the San Francisco Bay Area, and so that's where she put it there at the Presidio. Great location, great little store, great museum, lots of history. If you saw that video last week, hopefully you got a little perspective there, but it's Walt's life from an infant through the war years, going up into creating different ideas and projects for, his companies, and then finally culminating with Disneyland in Disney World. So the first pin, you see that. You see, again, the cards are different. You've got, what do they call that, a hanging pin? I don't know. But here's Mickey Mouse, and here's that brick Disney Museum building. And it says the Walt Disney Family Museum. Again, on the back, there's your FAC number, your Mickey backs. These I don't think are waffle print. I think these are just smooth on the back. Yeah, smooth. But if you can see that, the stamp on the back, 2016, the Walt Disney Family Museum. Not limited edition. They do have some limited edition pins there. They were on clearance because they were weird. It wasn't like Disney related. It wasn't like Mickey Mouse. It was like Watermelon Boy from Peru. Limited edition 300. And I think they had 299 there on clearance for $5. We passed on those. Okay, so yeah, this first one, $14. So they're about the same price as the, Disney parks, maybe a little bit higher. The next one I'll show you is from Song of the South. It's Zippity Doodah. And this one was $12. Again, I'm not going to show you the FAC. There's FAC numbers on all of them. Mickey Mouse backs. But yeah, that one was $12. I don't know. There's so many. This one here, I like it because it's a train. But if you look closely, there's a picture inside the train of Walt sitting on his train. He has love for trains. This is called Lily Belle Train Pin. And this one is $12.50. I'm guessing that Lily Belle might be named after his wife. I don't know where to go next. This one here is, I've seen this, people looking for this one. It's a pin on pin, the Blue Fairy, and she was $14. Again, because the museum is here, you can't buy these pins online. They are sought after by Southern California collectors. I've heard tales of people trading the Walt Disney Family Museum pins for like WDI profiles. I mean, obviously, not one-on-one, but here's the you've got what, Dopey and Doc. This is it's called Pin Dwarfs with Multi-Plane. This is actually there in the museum, in the gift shop. You can see it from the second floor, and it goes all the way down to the first floor. It's a multi-plane. I don't have the name of it, unfortunately, but it was something that Walt created so he can add more depth to animation. I should probably Google that. Google. I asked Alexa and she didn't know. She's been kind of ornery today. Real quick, a little segue from pins for a second. This was there. It's a metal sign. It was $20, I think. But it's an old e-ticket. Look at that, e-ticket. And obviously, if you look here, this was like pre-1970 something, because there's no Space Mountain listed in the e-ticket ride list. So I just thought that was kind of cool. Hopefully they have a D-ticket one, because I would love to put them in my loft between my framed attraction prints. But I just had to show that. I saw that, and I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. The Enchanted Tiki Room was an e-ticket, as was the Jungle Cruise, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Haunted Mansion. Wow. Sailing Ship, Columbia, Mark Twain Steamboat. I wasn't going to read this all off, but now I am. Pack Mules Through Nature's Wonderland. These were e-tickets. Small World, Matterhorn Bobsleds, Submarine Voyage, which is now Nemo, and Monorail to Disneyland Hotel and Return. Wow. So most of those are still there. The mules obviously are gone, and as are the submarine has been changed. So, time changes. They don't do the e-tickets anymore or the ticket books anymore, which I think is unfortunate because I enjoy collecting them when I can find them. So moving back onto pins, I said I was going to. I bird walked. All right, so I got 2 pins left. I think I'm going to I'll finish up with this pin. This one here, the Walt Disney Family Museum pin, Goofy. I didn't notice this at the time. Then of course the baseball kind of gives it away. Orange, black, San Francisco. He doesn't have an official logo on it, but this is obviously Goofy in San Francisco Giants colors, since, the San Francisco Giants play in San Francisco, about 7-8 miles away from where the museum is, actually. So I didn't notice that when I bought it, and then I'm like, later I'm like, oh, look, he's wearing Giants colors, and then I look again, I'm like, oh, look, he's got a baseball at his foot. I gotta pay attention more. So, I'm sorry, he was $13. And pin Goofy logo block. That's all it says. And this last one I thought was really cool. This is another logo pin. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Look at that. $13. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit with the Walt Disney Family Museum logo there. So that was just a sampling of them. I don't think we got one of everything, but darn near. I think there were 2 or 3 that we were like, that's a hard pass. And I'm sorry, Peruvian Watermelon Boy was tempting. But maybe it had been Peruvian Watermelon Girl. I would have gotten it. I don't know. I don't know what the market is for Peruvian watermelon people. But $5, it was discounted, an LE 300 pin. Obviously, you see an LE 300 pin sitting at the studio store in Hollywood, it's not going to last long. So I don't know what that pin was all about, but yeah, it was a hard pass. Sorry. Anyway, that's about all the time I have for this. I hope you check out my video from last week, the Walt Disney Family Museum. Unfortunately, I'm sorry the audio was kind of crappy because it was a museum and because it's Walt Disney. I kind of was quieter than normal. Usually, I'm like, "Hey!" This I was more somber. Just out of deference to Walt. Yeah. So. Yeah, the audio kind of got a little shaky, and I think I like duplicated 2 scenes there. Sorry, but anyway, this is Grumpy Gamer Dad saying, check me out on Instagram at Grumpy Gamer Dad. I put a lot more content in there. Like, subscribe. Until next time, this is Grumpy Gamer Dad saying, stick around for more Disney pins.